Good morning from New York. I'm David Mitch Sotelo, and this is Inner Mind Communication. Hey, today I'm going to make a call to elders and youth. I'm going to talk about societal norms and attainable goals and the mystic vows of the Bodhisattvas and Jesus, and the three gateways of IMC. Yes, it's a boomer patio. Yeah, I was reading over here. Yeah. That's all we need is a president like that. What am I saying? Yeah. Anyway, here I am. Why am I here? Well, I have had a long journey, and I tasted what I think was true mysticism. There were the attending paranormal signs, things that I couldn't explain. And that's that's a it's kind of a mark, typical mark of the mystic. I began as a Christian mystic, and I've grown. And mysticism shouldn't be just for one religion, for everybody. That was my first thought. You notice there's always a change that's brought by mystics. Uh, as Jesus said, one of the great mystics, um, you've heard it said of old. You've heard it, Moses said, but I say. So, like the Quakers, I think that we are evolving, and we're gaining more and more information and understanding. We're growing in objectivity, creativity, and compassion, or we're destroying ourselves, and in trust. Let me not leave that out. Trust is all about trade. It's the very dramatic experience of our lives. It's the way in which needs are met. Uh, Jesus says, why do you give to those who can give to you again? You give to the people who can't give back to you. Isn't that's the mystic? And call out to the elders, because in that pattern that I talk about, the artist is the role of the elder, the grandparent. Notice that the people who are watching my videos are 100% male. It's well, I've got to be wrong. 100% male and 100% 65 plus. Well, it's up to the elders to lead the tribes. And you'll see that happening, and people are complaining, oh, there's so many old people in the government. Gurus are old. Well, there's a job at the end of our lives. So we fall apart and give our last gift, which is people remembering us and taking care of us, even if we've lost our mind. And that's a gift too. That's how we leave this world. Sometimes we're still giving in an outgoing kind of a way. Those who need and those who give. That's the love flow. It's the elders who in India in the past, the older folks like would go into the forest, gain wisdom, because it's the elders who have the time to focus, and the many perspectives that are very helpful to focus on that last stage of life, the pursuit of the mystic role. I believe that, and I've said in a book that I wrote once, that gurus, well, the only real guru is everybody working together in love. And good luck with that. So it's it's your job to lead spiritually the tribes, and whatever institution that you're in, church or business or government or media, it's your job to lead. So, what about the young people? The young are elders to be, and some are wise and begin their journey toward being an impacting elder, having a good end to their lives as early as in the 20s and sometimes before. These folks are great assets to society. And they should be being prepared for that role from the beginning. For a little kid, their love for their grandparents, grandparents' love for them, it's the beginning of that journey. It's the grandparents who give them the perspective that their own parents, children, so excellent. A lot of someones. It's always interesting to me that they fail to follow the male lineage. Fathers maybe, yeah. But it's actually a lot of people put into you. Not just your parents, but their parents, those grandparents' parents. It's like this way, all focused on you. You're important. You may not know it, but you are. Everybody and everything in the universe is important. Nothing would be as it is without them. It would be something else. And in this falling apart universe, It can't go to nothing. It gets close, and then it starts over again. Yeah, yeah, we're drifting apart into cold space. And you say, well, what are good our ideals? The way that one comedian said one time was, you asked him, why didn't he do his homework? And he says, the sun is expanding. What's the use? Something like that. That's a paraphrase. What's the use? Well, the mystic keeps going anyway. And there's value in that. And, we need to create more elders who are aware of their job and learning intermind communication. Younger people should be learning it too. That would be a nice beginning. But yeah, lead from your expertise. Being a mentor is part of that, and what you mentoring people in. So mentor is, well, it's also connected probably to your gateway, your major gateway into the mystic realm. And that gateway involves unattainable goals. The mystic vows of the Bodhisattvas. Chujo mu in segan bo, bono mu jin segan dan, homon muryo segan ga, chibo mu segan jo. And that translates, sentient beings are numberless. I vow to save them. Desires are inexhaustible. I vow to put an end to them. The dharmas are boundless. I vow to master them. The Buddha way is unattainable, the mystic way. It's unattainable. I vow to attain it. In other words, these absolutes are not attainable, but their pull is important. Yeah. As you become an elder, you realize that a larger part of the population seemed like children. When I was a teenager, I thought being a parent was, how is that worth anything? By the time they were a teenager, they're not even cute anymore. Oh my God. So, and my viewership, probably my age, it seems. You all know that parental pull goes on, and suddenly 45 and 55-year-olds are adorable too. Because you see them coming along, and it's you could have had them. You get to that age. So seems like, and when I was talking to a friend of mine, the physicist, Dr. Jason Ellis, a great mentor to me, and he talked about this path, and he said, well, it's about doing, not believing. Really, I mean, this is religion neutral. It's a path that it just works, and yet it's the foundation of many religions. start. And we know what people have done with some of those mystic messages. Yeah, they bump into each other in their comfort zones, get disturbed, and they start to make wars and competitions and things like that. Well, the mystic um, view um, pulls people together. It helps with the love flow. If you're looking at sentient beings, that's kind of a relationship between yourself and others. And then the desires, that's a relationship with yourself. And the dharmas are your relationship to truths, verifiable truths. And go away. That's the way of the artist in you. That part of you that is the imaginer of all your imagination, even your imagination of who you think you are, and your imagination of others. So it is also your brain that does all of this. There's something more than that. Well, yeah, just follow the mystic way. You'll see for yourself and judge for yourself if there's something more. But not necessarily talk about it. People who talk about things like that. There's a lonely path in some ways for the mystic. Because although you realize you're connected to everyone, you realize you're also separate. And these things are the same. It's there's some things you have to do for yourself. So that's a little lonely. But within you is that love flow. Within you is that connection to the artist, the mystic in you. And that is a part of you that is above your timeline, above all the drama, and still in the love flow. That's your personification of the absolute truth as you're able to know it. Yeah, and you need a relationship with that relationship for to being on the mystic path. So, but all of the perspectives in inner mind communication are helpful. Now Jesus, he said, well, I said it earlier, why do you give to people who can give back to you? That's the mystic teaching. Can we only give to people that can't give back, that destroy trade? I mean, it's a nice thought. It's an ideal that should be a force in us. But you also have to realize that you're part of everything too. And you have to survive in order to give. So you have to give to people who and allow others to give to you, which is something I think guys have more of a problem with, is the idea of someone helping them, unless it's their mama or their wife. Then they can be a crybaby. Not with daddy. And daddy loves his teaching. You know, that's why Mother's Day is so much more important. Yeah. And for a lot of other reasons too, maybe. Um, I think a big lack in society is, you see these gurus pop up and you say, what about the wife, You see single guys that, they're teachers, gurus, whatever, Brahman, whatever you want to call the elders, your mystics. But, yeah, single, it would seem to me, it has its own unique perspectives. Um, and it's kind of like, seems to me someone who's jumping into the mystic role, like trying to skirt the normal pathways, the usual pathways. Sometimes that's possible. But yeah, the influence of the feminine mind is very important. So the best, like, there was my mentor, Dr. Jason Ellis, but his wife, Catherine, the mathematics professor, was also important to me. She kind of stood back and let him mentor me, but she was there. That was very important. She was that compassion, where he was compassionate, but he was more into the guidance. And I think that is the typical way, but there are always exceptions to everything. So take it all with a grain of salt, especially when I say it. I wouldn't trust me around the block. Anyway, yeah, the three gateways. Well, the three gateways are the connection of focus and objectivity and your dramatic side. That connection. And that's the practices involved with that are the gateway. For those who, some people will prefer to begin, if they're more comfortable to begin with the other of these three. Another is play and creativity and the dramatic side. Yeah. And the practices involved with play and creativity. And the third gateway that I'll mention is expression of need, passion, and the dramatic sound. Connecting those. That means the practice of compassionate empathy, practice of expressing your needs and feelings honestly. That's one gateway. These are three gateways. Now, the practice that connects to the artist, to the creative empathy. I hope I've gotten those right and didn't mix them up. But you're smart. You've been listening to me, right? Filter it through your younger mind. Probably younger. I don't know. Maybe you're older than I am. I'm 70. But anyway, that that connection Well, you've got the two different practices that feel. One is the creation of sound with feeling. And the other is the connection to creativity, the ability to create new perspectives for yourself, a different perspective, comforting ones. Everything in IMC is about trying to comfort yourself. It's about the love flow. It's about making things comfortable, but in the pursuit of those things, and the pursuit of the three gateways, there's more. There's growth. And it's spiritual growth, because I say it's the growth of the empathies, which are at the root of your virtues, and that's spiritual. That's the objective spirituality. So sometimes in attempts to feel better, which is feel better, well, that's your dramatic self. That's your experiencing self. Yeah, which can be verbal or non-verbal. You can try to feel better by focusing on sensations or whatever in your body. In connection to the infant mind, this is a connection to a lot of it is your body mind, your body memory, your emotions without words. So if you focus, learn to focus. Some people, that comes easy to them. They like to focus inside on their sensations and so on, and that can be done in a way it's like helpful. Of course, blending these dreams. Wow. That's one gateway. And then splitting between your kid self, your dramatic self, and your inner counselor. Now that's the objective thing. And having a dialogue back and forth. For a lot of people, that's the right thing. For others, a nice way to begin. Maybe you're already doing it. That's a nice beginning. And there is, then again, there's the breathing, with emotion. Those are the ways to avoid language. While you're expressing that emotion, and getting more directly into your needs and feelings. Your breath is very close to your survival needs and feelings. Yeah, most, if you have trouble breathing, that problem. The use of breath, and that's in yoga, that's prana. That's just get myself back. sometimes to feel better, you need to feel the negative things. It's up to you. Stay in the comfort zone. Do what feels right. Only you can really know that. From that perspective, then talk to people that care about you or who you care about, your significant others. Back and forth. And that can, involve some negative feelings and some positive ones. Whatever comforts you, that person, whatever's on your mind and insisting that you deal with it, focus on that. Some people are good with that. Now that other gateway that I just mentioned about objectivity, focus, and empathy, that's in there's a reference to that in the Vedic yogas, and that's the use of that they call it dhyana yoga. It's about focus. They have their different kind of these exacerbations of that, but yeah, stick to your feelings and what your comfort zone is. Go by fanciful silliness if you can help it, unless that helps you. But know what it is. All right. And for the final gateway, the practice of using sound, and that's mantra yoga. But the mantras, they just repeat a phrase over and over again, and that can help you go into the infant mind where there's no ego. But just like the others are doing. But it's the use of play, from the IMC perspective. And you're using playfulness with sound. Some people might want to strum on a guitar and some play. It's not a creative thing where you're creating the play and coming up with a product, solution or something. It's the ability to be applied. If you move that play with sound into creating a song, you tapped the creativity. And if you're a songwriter, you're already there. You're using that gateway, that connection to the artist, the creative empathy. Now, there are other ways. What I prefer that's closer to your own feelings is if you were to sing with sounds that have no language equivalent. There's no meaning to the sound that could turn it into a piece of language. It's and you can play with that sound. It's just not falling on the floor and thinking that you're speaking in another language which has been disproven. Well, usually it's disproven. I'm going to say that sometimes something different happens. We've tested it. So it's not a self-deception. None of that. It's not crazy. You hear that music? Well, you can sing. That would be one of the practices in inner mind communication and the nonverbal sign level. And you can speak sounds. Yeah, that's also used in music at times too. But you don't know and then you're expressing your feeling. Everything connects to your feelings. It's all about your feelings and comfort zone and expanding that comfort zone. That's what the IMC practice is. And then when you want to have something that impacts you in a greater way, in a more feeling connected way, then create a guided meditation for yourself. Speak from that perspective that's outside of your time. Call yourself. Be the hero of life. Story. What a great story. Wonderful story. Be the hero of that story. The hero of love. You're already a hero of love. You know, if you have kids, to some degree, you're a hero. And your grandparent, you've been a hero for. Yeah, you're still giving. And the giving part of us, that is the hero. And yeah, sometimes giving is perhaps the prompt so that we will attract our needs being met. And that being considered, please subscribe and share the video, and that helps to make sure that this ox isn't muzzled while he treads the grain. If you're familiar with the Christian scripture there. Yeah, I don't have a PayPal or anything like that. Maybe later it will. But I'd really, I need to build this. This is my mission. I need to build this thing, and if you can do it better than me, will do. Yeah, four hands make lighter the work. Welcome. Well, let's collaborate. Okay. Let's collaborate. And I'm looking for collaborators. Spiritual. Anyway, okay. I'm giving an example. Where do I want to be? My guided meditation. What would make me feel comfortable? I picture a beach. I'm not a mountain guy. And heights, right? I like the beach. Although I guess that could change if I experienced a hurricane or tsunami. But yeah, I like the beach. I see myself stretched out on the beach. Hey, there's no one around, so it's okay. I'm not going to cause any young people to go blind seeing me in my swimsuit. Like, oh, is that what I'm going to become? Maybe not. I didn't exercise that much. Anyway, yeah. So, there I am, and I'm feeling it. Sunshine. Yeah, that's spiritual. Yeah, feel warm. Sunshine, warm. Yeah, the waves make a slight sound as they lap against the beach. Which means there's no talkative person like me around. Oh, wow. I'd probably talk to myself. Anyway, I think I've presented everything I need to present. And I hope this is some value to you. Again, subscribe. Because I'm going to keep doing that, I promise. If you can collaborate, please do. Definitely improve. Yeah, oh yeah, I didn't mention that. Like the video if you like it. Or give it a thumbs down if you don't. Good communication. And, yeah, make it come. Oh, please come. So I'm not just boring myself. I know what I'm going to say. A few seconds before is there. Not a professional speaker. Anyway, but, yeah. As I like to say at the end of these videos, gosh knows, I hope it's some relief after listening to me all this time. Namaste, which means all that love flow in me, all that potential, that connection with the universe, that wow, everybody owns inside themselves. That part, that that thing that lives in me, we'd like to honor that thing that lives in you. Yeah. From that perspective, one with everything. So, love it. Give it. Open to receive. Part of the love flow. God in me honors God in you. Namaste. And have a great day, y'all.